Hey everybody, Rorree here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. So first, let me just say that these readings are timeless because I feel like when you bump into some information, that was when you were supposed to bump into it. Okay. So, just know that you can take this information if it resonates with you, then let it resonate with you. Okay. So it doesn't matter when you see it. You could see this 5 years from now, and it was meant for you to see it at that time. So, first, I want to say thank you for tuning in, and definitely go down to the description box and come join us in Roses, Lavender, and Sage. Okay. That is a community of women who are about empowering other women. Okay. And it's just for women. So men, don't be coming over there because we're not letting you in. This is all about us. Okay. All right. So anyway, I have spoken for the past couple of months as we were building this community. Now we're in our pre-launch phase of the community. While we're in our pre-launch phase, you are welcome to come in and join as one of our founding ambassadors of the community. All right. The community is set up similar to Facebook, where you can come in, except it's private. Okay. You can come in, you set up your own page, and you can share content. You can join different groups. You can establish different things that you want to talk about. You get interaction and engagement with me. We have events. We are building up our events calendar. We have live sessions, like live activations with me, live meditations. We have a young lady that's going to be doing some working out exercise programs with the group and different things like that. We have people that are going to share plant-based medicine with us, sexual healing with us, DIY, how to do different things yourself, like how to make different things for your body, hair, skin, and body. I'm into natural products. I'm not totally natural with stuff, but I do my best to use almost all natural things. Like I use natural deodorants and things of that nature. So we'll have different people to come in and share how to make some of those things. I will deliver some information about different things like essential oils and how to heal your chakras and things of that nature, with oils, with activations, with what have you. I know this week, by the time you all see this video, we would have already done our activation for this week that would be healing the chakras and using octaves and tones and things of that nature. Just fabulous healing work. But anyway, so we'll be doing things like that on a regular. We are doing mantras. We're doing some chanting together. So I'm teaching people different things they can use to raise their vibrations, because to receive what it is that you desire in this lifetime, you have to raise your vibration. Because I know you guys aren't sitting out there saying, oh, I just want to be crappy and have a crappy life. You want something greater. And if you want greatness in your life, you want to live your best life, you want to have happy vibrations, you want to feel good, then you have to raise your vibration. You do. And when you're living in a world that sometimes vibrates low, you have to learn how to create your own world. I remember I was working at this job some years ago. I can't remember. It was after, like, I had a business, and then I left my business, and then my business ended up folding. And this was after I left. But I was working at this job, and I remember people would say, they would think I was strange because I was smiled all the time. And everybody was like miserable. Miserable, grumpy, and complaining. And I would just sit there and I would always have my little earphones in my ears, and I'd be listening to something positive, or I'd be listening to anything but something positive. You know, it might be some positive, what's that stuff I used to listen to all the time? Subliminal messages. I would listen to like just nature sounds that had subliminal messages tapped into it. I would do that. I would listen to any kind of meditation music. I listen to positive thought leaders teaching about something. I was always immersing myself in positivity. So although everything around me was negative, I didn't feel like that. Okay. And I felt like I had a shield up so that all the negativity that was around me couldn't stay on me, you know? And I learned how to protect myself and to release all that junk every day. Sometimes I have to release it in the moment, you know, because the work that I was doing, I was dealing with people that vibrated low because of their circumstances. So anyway, anyway, our community is about vibrating high. Okay. And helping you to get to that point where you know how to do what I just said. In a world where stuff is like looking like it's crazy, you're going to have to create your own universe. Okay. You're going to have to create your own world. I remember back in the day, there was this song, You Are the Universe. You are the universe, and there ain't nothing you can do. I'm saying it real fast. But it was like, if you believe it, you can achieve it, or something. If you can't, I forget the words now, but we used to sing it all the time. It was You Are the Universe by the Brand New Heavies. Okay. And I love that song because I felt like, let me create my own universe. You know what I mean? Because everything around me looked kind of crazy. So I need to, I'll put myself in a bubble, you know? Like they had that movie, The Boy That Lived in a Bubble or whatever. Like I was the girl that lived in a bubble. I put myself in a bubble because, you know, it's just too much. But anyway, in our community, we teach you how to do those things. And you know, the more you associate with people that want to keep themselves vibrating high, the more you will vibrate high, the more that will rub off on you. So anyway, let's get into our message for today. But again, join us, Roses, Lavender, and Sage. And you can go to roseslavenderansage.com. There's also a link in the description box where you can go to join us in our community and have some fun vibrating high. Okay. All right. So today, this week I've been using cards that were more about goddesses. You know, some fabulous women. Okay. All right. So what came out today, this is now I this is a deity, and this deity I don't think is a goddess. Okay. This deity is a god, okay, because this particular deck that I used for this card was not just goddesses, but the other ones earlier this week were, so we could have a god sticking in here. All right, so this one is the god Shiva. All right, so those of you who chant different mantras, you may have seen a mantra with Shiva, or I remember at one performance, Beyonce used Shiva as the deity, and I remember people going, "Oh, that's satanic" and all that, and you know, people, when you don't know, you don't know. All right, and maybe that's somebody's opinion. I don't know, but what I know of Shiva, this is not a satanic deity. Okay, so whatever. All right, so I'm gonna read to you what it says about Shiva. But what I was saying was, if you chant or whatever, I do chant, and I do a lot of chanting in Sanskrit, and I chant about Shiva sometimes because it's in a lot of the music. So anyway, all right, Shiva, god of destruction and rebirth. So that sounds like, if you compare it to tarot, it sounds like the Tower card, destruction and rebirth. All right. So I guess when people hear that destruction and rebirth, they focus on the destruction and they think that it's bad. But honestly, sometimes you have to let go of, or something has to fall away for newness to come. You know, you might have some destruction or a tower moment or a trial or a tribulation. Okay, let's put it in Christian words, trial or tribulation. And we say that we want to call all our trials a joy. Why? Because a trial usually leads to a joy, right? All right. You have this trial in your life, and then when you learn what you learn, and when you see what comes next, you're like, wow, even though that felt like some shit while I was going through it, I could call that a joy now because look what I learned. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's like the trials and tribulations are like the tower moments. It's like the god Shiva, destruction, and then rebirth. So don't be afraid of destruction. Don't be afraid of endings, because when there is an ending, there's also a new beginning, right? All right. All right. So this card is for the collective, timeless, and it says, you are truly on a yogic path. Shiva is referred to as, oh Lord, Ada Yogi. Okay, I probably said that wrong. I don't know. Ada Yogi, the first yogi ever. Wow. Okay, so Shiva was the first yogi ever. He attained enlightenment and abandoned himself in an ecstatic dance atop the Himalayas. When his ecstasy went beyond movement, he became utterly still. People could not understand his switch between ecstatic movement and stillness and thought him mad. Thought he was mad. Thought he was crazy as hell. Okay. However, 7 students wanted to learn how he was moving past physical limitations. This is how he began teaching yoga. Shiva planted the seed of yoga into the human mind. Pulling Shiva represents moving, so pulling the Shiva card represents moving past the limitations from your society, body, mind, or ego. It represents doing the inner work to evolve. It is also a call to service, to teach others your wisdom so they too can become liberated. Wow. I didn't know Shiva meant all that. All right. I didn't know that Shiva was the first yogi either. Wow. So this is about moving past limitations, knowing your inner strength, knowing your inner worth, moving past the murk and mire, moving past the limitations that the mind sets on stuff. You know, the mind sometimes has fear, false evidence appearing real. So moving past that so that you become a limitless being. You're not bound by what he said or what she said or what that book said or what this said or what his interpretation of that said. You're not bound by what somebody said. Those things put limitations on you. You can be Shiva. You know how you're in a yogic pose and you have to stand there for a second. You got to breathe your breath into the pose and all that. And then when you stretch and and then you can feel your body expanding and moving, and then eventually you can elongate your body some, just by doing the yogic poses and stuff, you know. I'm not a yoga person. I'm not a yoga master or anything like that. I've dabbled in yoga. I'm definitely not a yoga person. Okay. But I remember that about yoga and about exercise, breathing into the muscles and things of that nature. Okay. But, you know, I remember I did some ecstatic dance. I went with one of my best friends and we went to this thing. It was called ecstatic dance. We had no idea what the heck we were doing. And so we went and it was just awesome. The music was awesome. And we just danced without inhibitions. And like, we weren't dancing with other people. You know, it was like you were just moving your body, moving, doing movements. It just went with the music and you're just flowing with the music. And I just closed my eyes and I just woo, you know, and I created magical energy with the move, you know, just moving, you know. And I know sometimes I when I'm meditating or when I'm healing, doing healing work, and I'm just moving my hands, and other healers do the same thing. I know one of my best friends does the same thing. She like moves her hands when she's healing and when she's moving and, you know, creating a healing environment. You know, some of the healing work that I do, I move my hands over the person's auric field, over their body, and I move pain body out of their body without even touching their body. That's how I can do it long distance. You could be in another state, another country, and I could do the work and help you to heal your body. You know, the divine works through me. Okay, that way. So I'm not saying it's all on me. Okay. But anyway, so Shiva, I like this card for today for the collective. I like it. I like it. All right. So now, if you guys see this deity with all these arms or something, no, I think it's usually depicted with a bunch of arms, I think. I wonder if it's because he's moving so fast. It looks like he got 1,000 arms. I don't know. But anyway, I guess I have to study more about Shiva. All right. But anyway, you guys, I really encourage you to be open-minded when you see things that you don't know anything about. And don't just always take somebody's opinion about something or call everybody demonic, you know, when you don't know what the hell you're talking about, you know. Go do some research first before you want to be a judge. You know, stop judging people altogether. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. You know what I mean? Just be open to learning what something's about. Because I can guarantee you, you don't know much about what's going on in this world, especially in the spirit world. Most people, all they know about is the Bible, and they don't realize that there's a lot more past that. There's a lot more that even came before that you should learn about. Learn about what came before the Bible. What came before Christianity? Where did Christianity come from? Learn about that. Where did it come from? But anyway, that's not the subject for today. But it's definitely a subject in Roses, Lavender, and Sage, if you want to talk about that. All right. So Shiva, thank you, Shiva. And thank you, Collective, for joining me today. And don't forget, join us in roseslavenderandsage.com. Check you later. Ashe, ashe, ashe.